Hello Sagittarius, so I'm doing your weekly reading for June the 6th to the 13th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out, figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? Right, so Sag, for your situation, it says clear and activate, create sacred space. Okay, so energy is contagious for better or for worse. That includes our energy and of course the energy that other people give off. It is all contagious, right? It is vitally important that the types of people that you keep around you are, you know, good influences and that they're not draining you or anything like that. That's all going to help you to create this sacred space, okay? It says cleanse your environment and don't participate in gossip or jealous activities. Now, it's also possible, Sag, that somebody could be, you know, feeling particularly envious or jealous of yourself, right? I'm trying to think who else had that issue this week. I think it was Leo. You might have strong Leo placements in your own chart. You could be dealing with a Leo, okay? But they had a similar message out as well this week. So here's the deal, right? When someone is feeling jealous of us, and the thing is, it's not always going to be immediately obvious, right? Because you're likely going to be sitting there going, who the fuck's going to be jealous of me, right? Here's the thing with that. It's not going to be immediately obvious, for one, until it becomes a problem, okay? Now, I used to think the exact same way as that. Who the fuck in their right mind is going to sit there and be jealous of me? Right? Little old me. And then this, I'm not going to say woman. She's not a woman. Insecure little girl basically made my life a living hell for a good 5 years. And she managed to do that entirely online. I swear to God. And I had no idea. So be really, really careful with this sort of message, Sag. Okay? Because like I said, they don't always make it immediately obvious until it becomes a problem. In their head, you're a threat. In their head, you're a problem. And in their head, they're entitled to take you down. Okay? Never underestimate the damage that a jealous person can do. Okay? I'm not going to go into the dirty details of my own personal experience of that. What I am going to say at this moment in time of your reading, Sag, make sure that this person doesn't turn into a stalker. Okay? I know that there's a lot of misconceptions out there about stalkers and why they do what they do. It's not always going to be about, oh yeah, this person wants to be in a relationship with you and they can't cope with the fact that you've turned them down, right? A lot of people's brains immediately go to romantic stalkers. You get stalkers of all types. Okay. People who are jealous of others, they absolutely can fall into that trap of becoming a stalker. All right? And that's literally, it happened to me, right? The last person on the planet that it should have happened to, and yet it did. So be careful with that energy. I'm going to dig a bit deeper into that for you in a minute, Sag, okay? It's just the reason why I get different feelings that pop up during a read, okay? I'm looking at that energy and I'm feeling worried. Like genuinely worried. So we're going to spend some time digging into this one. Living light energy, see the beauty in life, crystal healing, and spend time in nature. I do apologise about my voice today, Sag. I am struggling a bit with my throat, okay? It's not a virus, it's just part of me condition. Right, so see the beauty in life. Here's the thing. You do typically tend to have a positive and optimistic outlook on life, right? You might not even see your own light. And as I say that, I'm being reminded of one of my old profile pictures. It was a picture of a butterfly. And the text on it said, butterflies are beautiful, but they can't see their own beauty. But everyone else can. Right? Straight away, when I'm reading through this card here, in my mind's eye, I saw my old profile picture. So it's likely, Sag, that you can't even see your own beauty. Do you know what I mean? Keep that positive outlook that you've got going on there. Oh, interesting. Otter Spirit. It's funny how I just knock over that box. Otter Spirit, our wonderful sponsors. Go check them out in my description box below. Okay, there's a discount code there as well that is exclusive to my viewers. Can you tell us more about this jealous energy? Oh, okay. Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Yeah. The thing with this individual, Sag, it's not necessarily somebody that you have direct dealings with. That's the weird thing. It's kind of like a friend of a friend, or friend of a family member, or friend of a co-worker, or do you know what I mean? It's someone who is not immediately involved with you. Potentially could be someone at work as well. I feel that that Queen of Pentacles energy is your energy. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? I feel that this is about your growth, your abundance, you being secure and confident, could be financially secure as well. Someone who's got very high standards, okay? Now, I'm getting a really uncomfortable feeling off of that Three of Cups, so I'm just going to clarify that one a minute, because we're still digging in to this jealous individual's energy. Can you tell us more about that Three of Cups? There seems to be quite a lot of jealousy that is going on this week. Okay. I know I've already mentioned that Leo also had a jealous person pop up in their read. I believe that there was another sign that also had it as well. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands for this Three of Cups. So it's like they're looking for fault. It's the worst type of person, actually, Sag, because they're looking for reasons not to like you. They're looking for reasons to be abrasive, looking for reasons to complain, looking for reasons to try and metaphorically drive the knife in, okay? Deliberately being obstructive. I'm getting the word obstructive. I'm just getting stressed looking at that, like really stressed. Can you tell us about this Queen of Pentacles energy? Because clearly that is Sag's energy. The Ten of Cups. Yeah. So they see that you've got it all going on, basically, Sag. Yeah. Temperance and Death. Temperance being your major arcana. Okay. Honestly, this person sees that you have pulled yourself up from your fucking bootstraps. They see that you have pulled yourself up from nothing. They see that you have built stability and security. Okay. A beautiful home, a beautiful family also, for some. They see how you've managed to turn your life around. Okay. So they acknowledge that. And yet still, they choose this path of being really quite bitchy about you. Interesting. Now, you could be dealing with another Sagittarius. I doubt it, though. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Scorpio. You've got an air sign here, and I want to say Libra. I don't know why. Evolution. So this is the catalytic energy. Funny how I only literally just mentioned about all of the changes and all of the work that you've done and how you have managed to pull yourself up from your bootstraps, from nothing. You've gone through this evolution process, this growth process, and you're getting it out as your catalytic energy. Every mountain represents an opportunity to climb higher. Okay, so this is going to be an excuse to continue to shine and grow, okay, rather than an excuse to hide away and slink off somewhere, which, to be honest, that's not your style anyway, Sag, okay? This is like shining even brighter to blind the fuckers, right? Can you tell us more about this catalytic energy? Why this has happened for Sag? If you're seeing someone romantically, then this jealous individual could be the ex of the person that you're now seeing, okay? So again, just take it as it resonates. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. With the Knight of Wands, a Four of Wands, Strength, and the Page of Swords. Well, there's that Leo energy. For the catalyst, they've learnt something. They've learned information about either your more recent milestone, or they've learnt information from individuals who have been massively supportive of you and of your journey, okay? If there was some sort of announcement here that was made, then they've learnt about that. They've seen something, basically. Now, they might have seen something that an Aries or a Leo posted online, or they might have heard something that an Aries or a Leo told them unintentionally, like not in a malicious way, okay? It was basically someone speaking highly of you, someone celebrating you. That's been a catalyst. We've also got some form of excitement that's coming through with this energy, with that Knight of Wands. Like a recent development here that you have had lately. Yeah, they've seen that as well, or they've heard about that. Okay. There's something more with this Two of Pentacles that I do need to get to the bottom of. And I know I'm sighing quite a lot in your reading, Sag. It's because the way that I read, I feel everything that comes through in the tarot. And I'm feeling exasperated with this energy. I feel that this person is very, very draining. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. It's like, well, why don't I have that? Why does Sag have that? Do you know what I mean? It's fucking exhausting. Like, they are exhausting. Their energy is exhausting. Massively, massively entitled. The Three of Cups, the Devil, there it is, and the King of Wands. Yeah, so it likely is someone's ex. Not guaranteed, of course. It's likely going to be that way. Okay. I feel that this is saying, oh, well, they didn't do all these things with me, and yet they're doing all these things with their new person or their new partner, right? And now either you're the new partner, or this is one of your exes, which I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that this is one of your exes. Do you know what I mean? Because we've already had the message of this is someone that you don't deal with on a day-to-day basis. This is someone that you're not close to. You barely know them, right? I'm not being weird here, Sag, but I'm feeling from this combination of three cards that whoever this person is, they're gonna try and punish you. So I'm gonna dig deeper into that because I don't like it. Bear in mind we're clarifying that Two of Pentacles still. Okay, what's this message about them wanting to or trying to punish Sag? What's going on with that? The Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles. You had the Four of Wands there. That was either about a recent achievement of yours, a milestone of yours, or a happy celebration of yours. And then the punishment energy is directly to do with your Four of Wands. What's this King of Pentacles? Counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles, which you've already had out. And Nine of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of like they're going to try and claim ownership of something here, Sag. That's how they're going to try and punish you. Either they're going to try and claim ownership of a home, or of land or property, or they're going to try and claim ownership of money. It's weird. It's really, really weird. Nine of Pentacles reversed. That's someone trying to take something away from you that you're currently depending upon, that you're currently relying upon. Does this person actually have any does this actually have any substance to it, or is it toothless? Nine of Wands. It kind of feels like it is toothless, that there is no substance to it, but that's not going to stop them from trying. Do you know what I mean? Like they're being difficult just for the sake of being difficult, to try and punish you because they're jealous. I can never wrap my head around people like that because I don't understand them. Like I don't get it. I don't get where they're coming from. I don't understand their logic. It's weird. Expansion. For what's going on in your blind spot. Educate your mind and your senses. Learning through experiences. We are always in a permanent state of learning, right? So we're always in a permanent state of learning. The way that this is illustrated, it looks a bit weird, right? When you initially look at it, you're like, the fuck is that? And then when you see it, it starts to make perfect sense, right? Initially, it kind of looks a bit grotesque, almost like it's limbs or something. And it isn't. It's lava. Okay, that's lava. This is the globe. It's the world, and it's split in half, and then you've got this person who is pushing the two halves away from each other. Or are they trying to hold on to the two halves, and are they trying to close the gap? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? So, with expansion, you cannot hold on to your old thought patterns, to your old beliefs. That is going to keep you stuck, right? We are in this constant state of learning. It doesn't matter how much of an expert anybody thinks that they are at something, right? There is always something new to learn, regardless of how much expertise they have or believe that they have. And that is especially true when it comes down to life and life experiences, okay? Now, the main crux of this message, Sag, because it's in your blind spot, it's saying that there is a lot of growth that happens through this unfortunate experience of dealing with this horrible, jealous individual who is trying to make your life a living hell because of their own jealousy towards you. There is a lot of learning that comes through this situation. Now, if you recall, when we started off this reading and we only had the one card out, and I was like, some of you all are sitting there going, but who the fuck's going to be jealous of little old me? And then I told you that I used to think the exact same thing until it happened to me, and I had no idea that it was going on until it really became a problem, right? And I mean huge, huge problem. How much damage this one little girl did was unbelievable, right? Damage and expansion, same deal, okay? Let's find out more, because it is in your blind spot, so it's something that you're needing to watch out for. Another thing as well, Sag, they can actually be stopped in their tracks before they do too much damage. Okay, you just got to know what it is that they're up to and then stand in their way. Okay, the Seven of Cups, yeah, the card of multiple choices, the card of multiple options, the card of many paths, many directions that this could go. The Six of Pentacles, balance and fairness. How can Sag get in front of this person? Right, so we're taking these cards as part of the message here. These two as part of how you can get in front of them, how you can stop them. Okay, so Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So in your blind spot, you're going to remain focused, vigilant about what is going on, right? But not paranoid. You don't want to be getting into a state of paranoia, because then you won't be able to think straight. Okay, so vigilant yet focused. In your blind spot, it's saying here that nothing and no one can influence how you feel about either your special person or your recent success in life. Okay, your recent celebrations, because clearly this person's trying to make you miserable. It isn't going to work. Okay, how are you going to get in front of them, like I mentioned, to stop them in their tracks before they cause massive problems, is the Eight of Swords and the Sun, right? So this one, you got a bit of a big clue here, Sag, because the person here that's jealous of you, they've got this victim mentality, okay? They are a prisoner of their own thoughts, right? They, like, literally, you're only a threat to them because they imagined it, right? 100%. And you can say that out loud. I was only a threat to them when they imagined it. Now, because they've got this huge victim mentality, they cannot cope with good news. They cannot cope with good things happening for other people, specifically good things happening to you and for you. So you keep shining your light, okay? You're not instigating them. You're just not giving them your energy. You're not playing into their victim mindset. You're keeping your circle of people around you trustworthy people, ones that you can have a laugh with, ones that you know have got your back, right? Ones who are going to share in your joy and your optimism. Stay confident. When all is said and done, remain optimistic, confident, and kind to other people. Basically, keep doing what you have been doing. Okay? That's how you're going to get in front of them. Furthermore, there's a message here about truth. Keep speaking your truth. Keep spreading your truth, whatever that might be. Because ultimately, yes, the truth does win, eventually. But it does ultimately win. Don't get involved in anything that is untruthful. Okay? What's working for you at this time, virtual fog, check it out. It says energy pollution is causing confusion and disconnection from self. For what's working for you, Sag. So that tells me that this jealous person is the one that's in this virtual fog. This jealous person is the one who has got energy contamination or energy pollution, right? Stay away from this individual. Because if it's pollution, it spreads. And what have I already said about energy? It's contagious. Okay? Furthermore, I hate to say it, Sag, but anyone else who is dealing with that jealous person, you can't deal with them either. Because they're going to bring that pollution to you. That's how it works. Okay? So when that incident happened to myself all those years ago, I had to cut off pretty much everybody. I had to stop dealing with them all. Why? Because they were all connected to her. So I couldn't deal with any of them anymore. My life has been happier. Far more peaceful. I do not regret it for a single second. And if it happened again, I'd do the exact same thing again. The only difference is I'd cut them all off a damn sight quicker than what I did the last time. Anyone who is connected to that jealous person, Sag, it's like a pollution. You need to build a buffer zone around yourself. Okay? To stop this pollution getting to you. They are so confused and so disconnected from reality. Completely. And that works in your favor. Can you tell us more about why this works in Sagittarius's favour? Nine of Wands and the Devil. A victim of their own doing, of their own making. You don't want to be associated with that energy at all, Sag. You're worth far more than that. You're too much of a valuable soul to be getting dragged down into that devil energy. Remember how I said to build that buffer zone around yourself? That's that Nine of Wands. And keep that devil energy out. Keep it away from you. That's greed, envy, lust, materialism. It's abusive energy. It's toxic. It's negative. Addictions, oppression. Like, the list is literally endless for the devil energy. There might even be some sort of addictions here as well that this person has. Maybe that's why they're unable to create the type of beautiful life for themselves as what you have created for yourself. Because maybe all of their resources are going straight on these addictions that they've got. This is very, very possible. Nature's wisdom for how this is likely going to play out. It says go out and touch grass and respect natural cycles, okay? Natural cycles, life, death, rebirth. Everything has a time and a place. Everything has its own season. Everything's revealed to you when it's supposed to be. The Two of Wands, yeah. The temptation is super, super high. When you're finding that you're dealing with this situation, and again, trust me on this from personal experience, the temptation is so fucking high to try and prove to others that you're not doing anything wrong. You don't have to prove anything to anyone at all. Yeah. Two of Wands, Hanged Man, the Chariot, and the Page of Pentacles as your strongest overall energy. This might start, Sag, through another person coming up to you and going, oh, did you hear what such and such has been saying about you behind your back? At that point, disengage, cut it off. Right? And I mean that. I absolutely mean that. This is Hangman. Judgment. Another major arcana. So you got three there in really quick succession to each other. Three major arcana back to back almost always indicates that there is a huge lifestyle change that's coming up. Or that things are going to be changed forever. And that's a good thing. Because again, look at the type of cards that you're getting out here. Your opinion is being changed about a couple of people. 100%. You have to believe what it is that you're seeing, what it is that you're experiencing. It's judgment. This is Chariot. That's off balance. The Page of Cups, off balance. That's emotional manipulation. How it's likely going to play out, you've either got a Pisces or a Cancer here that is going to try and emotionally manipulate you. And you're needing to see through that, see beyond that, and cut it off immediately. Using your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience. I've seen this pattern before. I've seen where this goes. I know what's going on here. Yeah. And avoiding a Nine of Wands, a Nine of Swords type situation. A Nightmare card. stress, worry, anxiety, low self-esteem. Being worried, what if people don't believe me? So fuck. To hell with what other people think. Like I said, Sag, you don't have anything to prove to anybody. Remembering that this all stems from jealousy. Because why? Because someone sees you shining. They see you building. They see you being successful at life. They see you being happy and confident. They see you enjoying life. Well, you know what they can do? They can go get fucked. Can I have a healing message for Sag? You go first, the universal catch you. So that's the equivalent of the Fool card in traditional tarot. Surrender, release, taking that leap of faith, and the universe will catch you. Spirit's got your back. It says, life bends for the courageous. That's why you're seeing the levels of success that you're currently seeing, Sag. Because you have been courageous and optimistic. It is scary to let go of all that we know and hope for. It is normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. This is the unavoidable process of rising. Trees lose their leaves every year so that the new can grow. Yeah. So literally, you're surrendering the old, ready for the new growth. It's all there. Time to take that leap. And to hell with jealous people. To hell with them. Because they will end up living in a world of misery of their own creation. And do you know what? People like that will never be happy with what they've got as well. I've noticed that. Like they are some of the most miserable people on the planet. They never grow. They never adapt. They're definitely not resilient. They lack basic human skills. Do you know what I mean? So can you imagine when life gives them a real, genuine problem, they're not going to be able to cope. And how do you imagine that's going to look like in 50, 60 year time when they're elderly? Incredibly embittered individual. What a waste of a life. Because they spent their life being jealous of other people instead of creating something beautiful in their own lives that they can be proud of. And it annoys me because they drag innocent people down. Please make sure that this bastard or this bitch does not drag you down, Sag, because you're far too good for that. See the bigger fucking picture before taking action. When that person comes up to you and says, Sag, did you hear what they were saying about you? Ignore it. Because that's the starting. That's how it starts. Ignore it. Cut it off then and there. Say, thanks for telling me, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. And walk away. Refuse to partake. That's how you get in front of it. See? Wait for shit to settle down. Time to create balance in your fucking life and positive thoughts. Create positive shit in your life. Exactly, 100%. There's no need for you to be involved with such melodrama. Okay, Sag? Celebrate your successes and your achievements because right now that's what's important. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. In fact, it's on your screen right now. Okay. Also, description box below for Otter Spirits, who create these gorgeous gemstone bracelets. And every sale that Otter Spirit makes, they donate a portion of that sale to the Wild Otter charities as well. So you're supporting an amazing cause as well. But yeah, thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.